If you're stressed about carrying heavy luggage through crowded stations or having to figure out baggage rules on the Shinkansen,
then Japan's luggage delivery service is for you.
Known as a takuheibin or takubin, you can send your luggage directly to your hotel or the airport, even when it's in a different city. In our last video, we talked about how to travel with luggage and transportation. But if you're traveling with your family over long distances and have too many bags, then luggage delivery might be the better option. In this video, we will explain how it works, including a step-by-step guide of what you need to do, where you can send luggage from, and how long it will take to arrive at your destination. So you can plan your trip around where you actually want to go, not just what is easier for your suitcase. But first, let's see which option for handling luggage is best for your situation. There are 3 ways to travel with luggage in Japan. Option 1. Carry it yourself. This can be fine for short distances, but it gets tiring fast, especially with many stairs, train transfers, or during rush hour. Option 2. Lockers or short-term luggage storage. They are great if you have a few hours between a hotel check-out and your next train, or if you want to sightsee just for the day. If that's what you're planning, check out our next video on same-day and multi-day luggage storage options in Japan. Option 3. Luggage delivery forwarding or shipping. This is where you send your suitcase ahead to your next hotel or the airport, so you can travel light in between. This is the option most experienced travelers end up using, especially when moving between cities, and it is what we'll be focusing on this video. First of all, you might be wondering, is luggage delivery actually safe? It's natural to feel anxious about this service at first. After all, you'll be trusting someone else with your luggage and hoping that it will actually be there by the time you get to the destination. Just know that luggage delivery companies move millions of luggage every day, so the chances of your bag being lost or damaged is very low. It's very reliable, even locals use it when traveling between cities. The next biggest fear people have is timing, because sending your luggage means it won't be with you for a while. But for how long exactly? Here's the simple truth. Luggage delivery in Japan is fast, but it's not instant. In some cases, if you send luggage early in the morning and it's going a short distance, it might arrive in the same evening. But you shouldn't plan your trip around this assumption, because for most routes, the standard expectation is next-day delivery. That means you send your luggage today, travel with a backpack, and your suitcase arrives tomorrow, usually sometime during the day. If you are sending luggage late in the afternoon or to a more remote area, it's safe to assume it could take 1 extra day. That's why you should always keep 1 night of essentials with you, maybe in a backpack or a smaller bag. If your suitcase is traveling long distance, it might even take several days. For example, sending luggage from a hotel in Tokyo to Hokkaido usually takes 2 days, and up to 5 days if it's Okinawa. In other words, the exact timing depends on how early you ship it and how far away the destination is. Note that different companies have different cutoff times. This means how early you should ship your luggage, so it can be shipped within the shortest expected time. Also, different companies might not serve the same areas, or they might not even serve the area you want to send your luggage to, if it's too remote or far away. So, always check the company website beforehand, or ask the staff in person to make sure. In general, it's better to ship your luggage as early as possible. Scheduled delivery makes it possible to send your luggage far ahead of time. Let's talk about price, because that's usually the next question. Luggage delivery in Japan is not as expensive as many people expect. For most suitcases, you're usually looking at a few thousand yen, depending on size, distance, and where you're sending it to. For example, last year I went on a trip to Kyoto. We sent 2 suitcases, 1 carry-on and 1 large suitcase, from a luggage counter in Tokyo to our hotel, and the total cost was around 4,500 yen. The bigger suitcase was, of course, more expensive, at 2,600 yen. This can be cheaper if you're sending your bags to somewhere closer, if your suitcase is a carry-on or medium-sized, or if you're sending it to a hotel, an airport, or a luggage delivery office. It can also be a cheaper option than having to take a taxi from the airport to your accommodation, or putting your bag in a coin locker every time you want to explore hands-free. You can sometimes check the estimated price of sending your luggage on the website. Just enter the region you're sending it from and where you're sending it to. Then see the price for the specific luggage size you want to send. The maximum size you can send is different between companies and whether you're sending it to an airport, accommodation, and so on. In general, it's best to take luggage that is no bigger than 160 centimeters or 63 inches in total dimension. To know your bag's total dimensions, just add up the height, width, and length, and keep it at a maximum weight of 30 kilograms or 66 pounds. That way, most places will accept them. This is also the same size limitation on certain Shinkansen trains. Anything beyond those measurements are considered oversized baggage. If you have to take luggage that is bigger than this, check the company website to make sure they can be delivered. For sports equipment like skis, golf bags, or bike boxes, it's not just the size, but the shape and how they are packed that matter. If something is bigger than the standard luggage size, it's often still shippable, just through a different service category. That might mean a special ski or golf service, a higher price, or an extra day. The key point is this: if it's packed properly, it's usually not a problem. You just need to ask an actual luggage counter. But if you're not packed well, you can usually buy a bag cover too. Now let's talk about how this actually works in practice. You can send luggage from a hotel front desk, a luggage counter, or a convenience store. And you can send it to another hotel, the airport, another luggage delivery office, or another convenience store. The major luggage delivery companies are Yamato Transport, Okuroneko, JAL ABC, and Sagawa Express. You can find their counters throughout the country, particularly in major airports and within or near major stations like Tokyo Station and Shin Osaka Station. Hotels and convenience stores work together with these companies to deliver your luggage throughout the country. The process is pretty much the same at a hotel, luggage counter, or convenience store. It's just the experience that's slightly different. At a hotel, the staff will help you to fill in the delivery slip. All you have to do is confirm the details. A luggage counter will have staff that specialize in shipping. They can guide you in filling the form line by line and give you a clearer answer on when your luggage will arrive. So, if you're a first-timer or want to be sure when your luggage will arrive, it's the best to go directly to a luggage delivery counter. Convenience stores, on the other hand, can be easier to find. It's just that the cutoff time for same-day delivery can be earlier. But don't worry, because we're going to guide you through the process step by step, so you will know exactly what to do no matter where you're sending your luggage from. Walk up to the hotel front desk, luggage delivery or convenience store counter and simply say, "Takubin please," or "luggage delivery to hotel." Staff might then ask you to scan a QR code, which you can just scan to fill an online form. You might even fill in your details on an iPad, or they'll give you a physical shipping form. You'll need to fill in one form for each suitcase you are sending. It should have an English translation for the important parts. So you don't have to speak or understand Japanese to fill it in. You're also allowed to fill your information in English, and it won't affect the delivery. Staff are used to tourists and they will actively guide you line by line. Information about the receiver, the sender, the contents of your luggage, and the delivery date and time. Now it's time to fill in the form. We're using the paper version as an example. But note that this information is always needed, no matter if it's the paper or the online form. So, the steps won't be that different from the online version. For the receiver, you'll be asked to write the postal code, phone number, full address, and name. For the phone number, you don't need to have a Japanese phone number. You can use the hotel's phone number or the airport country's number. If you will be staying at a hotel, write the name of the hotel you're sending the luggage to in the address field. For apartments, write until the room number. Under receiver's name, write CO, care of, and then your own name. The CO means care of the hotel. With the sender's information, you have the exact same field as the receiver's information. Start with the postal code of the hotel you are staying in now. Then, again, you can use your hotel's number or your home country number. With the sender's address, you can just use your hotel's address. And finally, write your own name as the sender's name.
We've been using hotels as an example, but there is a lot of different accommodation types. You might choose to stay in an apartment or Airbnb to have more space and comfort, especially if you're traveling with a family. If you are staying at an Airbnb, always ask the host beforehand if it's okay for you to send luggage there. Since there is no front desk, there will be no one to receive your luggage like in a hotel. So, also make sure that you're already there to receive your luggage beforehand. If that's not possible, remember that you have other options. There are sending luggage to a luggage delivery office or even a convenience store. Just do a quick search for a Yamato Transport office or a convenience store in the area you're going to. On the delivery slip, there is a section asking what's inside your suitcase. You don't need to list every item. Just something general like clothes is completely fine. Unless you're bringing some fragile or perishable items. In this case, you should be as detailed as possible.
And also make sure to circle the fragile or perishable option, so the courier knows to handle your luggage with more care. This field is purely for identification and insurance purposes, and the staff won't to open your luggage. Just make sure you keep valuables, passports, and portable batteries with you, like you normally would. Next is the delivery date. You can write the date of your departure flight or your hotel check-in date. If you're unsure, you can say to the staff, "Can it be delivered today?" or "Next day is okay." Staff will confirm if that works or if an extra day is needed. You can also set a time period for when you'd like to receive your luggage. This is helpful if you're staying at an Airbnb and want to make sure you have already arrived by the time your suitcase is delivered. If you want to send your luggage far ahead of time and you don't need it at the same day or even the next day, scheduled delivery is also available. This means your luggage arrives on a set date, whether that's a few days or a week later. It's very useful if you want to explore hands-free and don't want to be weighed down while jumping between cities. You can then pick up your luggage once you settle down in one area. A luggage counter will hold your luggage until the scheduled pickup date. But what about if you're delayed unexpectedly? 7 days is the common holding period. But since holding limits vary by counter, you should always confirm in advance. So, in general, you don't have to worry if you're delayed by a few days. Just make sure to keep your receipt in case of longer delays. Staff will measure your suitcase, tell you the price, and you pay. You can pay with cash and most credit cards. It's also possible to pay with a QR code or an IC card, but it varies by counter. Then they will attach a barcode sticker to your bag. It will contain the information you just entered, like your name, destination information, and date of delivery. Finally, they will give you a receipt. You'll use this receipt alongside identification, like your passport, to pick up your luggage. Luggage delivery is about letting Japan's system do the heavy lifting, so you don't have to. Once you stop planning your trip around your suitcase, you can finally enjoy the Japan trip you've always dreamed about. Like and share this video to anyone who will find it helpful, and make sure to subscribe to Travel Smart Japan for more practical guides that make your Japan trip smoother and easier.